the like button. Big Sil's National Football Show. How you doing? I love this topic. Jalen ain't the only guy this year that's got a lot to play for. There's other quarterbacks that are playing for a lot of money, a lot of recognition. We just talked about Tua and the job he's doing. He's winning that job in Miami. He's winning it. How about Lamar Jackson? How about the Stundines on this guy? Here's $250 million. We love you. Nah, that's all right. Boy, hey, this ain't the NBA, man. That money's not guaranteed fully. He just went like this, the $250 million. I could do better. I'm going to show you. I think I'm worth more. Every day he steps on the field, he takes a chance of getting nothing. What if he has a catastrophic injury? He's out. He is playing the ultimate roulette game. If you're an organization and you're a football player in that Ravens locker room, are you freaking kidding me? It's the most inspirational thing I've ever seen with a player rolling the dice. He said this to every guy: I'm willing to sacrifice my livelihood, my generational wealth to win games, to show everybody I'm the leader in this locker room. I'm the guy. Yell goes, he must have insurance. Ain't $250 million worth of it. He may have a $10 million Lloyd's of London, but it ain't. Oh, this guy's not insured for $250 million. Shit, the premium alone is $3 million. I had a Lloyd's of London policy in college. But believe me, the premium is an enormous thing. Okay? This guy's in the locker room going, hey, man, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to show you guys I'm your dude. Every single day that guy plays the way he plays, Lamar Jackson takes the chance of getting nothing. But he rolls the dice knowing that it could be a king's ransom, that this guy could win the Powerball at the end of the year. Imagine that. He could even do this. What if he gets hurt in the postseason? Ravens are going to go like this. We're moving on. Dude, I think the kid, he's got a lot to play for, and he's got a lot to lose. Dude, nobody on this list has more to lose than him. Nobody. Anton, can I ask why Mahomes got all this praise for beating the Titans when Willis threw for 80 yards and the Titans didn't have a first down the entire second half? Well, Anton, pretty easy. Because he's built up equity where he's been to 4 straight AFC championship games. He's won a Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl MVP. And he's won a regular season MVP. That's why. That's why I say when they look at Jalen after 8 games, national media doesn't look at Jalen any other way except he's playing really well and they're having a good year. They don't look at him like a star. Mahomes is treated like a star. Mahomes is talked about, Anton, like a star. Jalen's not a star. Yet. Now let's get to Jalen. What's Jalen playing for? Here, let's do this. What's Jalen playing for? We just said Tua is is playing to show the Dolphins that he can stay healthy and lead the team. And if you're Chris Grier, the general manager of the Dolphins, you've got to be impressed with Tagovailoa. I don't care how you look at it. You've got to be impressed with Tagovailoa. Lamar is playing for respect. He's paying and playing for respect. Okay? Respect. He wants his money. Jalen Hurts, what's he playing for? What's Jalen Hurts playing for right now? A bigger paycheck? Okay. A bigger paycheck? Respect and money? To win? They're all winning. Sheldon says 8-0 is a good start, but doesn't tell me if he can win in adverse environments versus big names. Agreed. That's the big question mark right now on Jalen Hurts. Now we moved it. You know, some of you do this. Moving the goalpost. That's because Hurts is moving the goalpost. All these guys have moved the goalpost. Expectations have changed. The same expectations that we had for Jalen Hurts at the beginning of the year, okay, the same ones we had at the beginning of the year, they're different now. How could you not think the goalpost has changed? Expectations have changed. The environment's changed. The perception has changed. Why wouldn't the goalpost changed? So when you say that, it doesn't make sense. Jalen just wants to win? Yeah, okay. What is he playing? All of these quarterbacks that we're talking about have something to play for this year. Jalen's playing to be the face of the franchise. Has he answered that question yet? Not really yet. Still, he's playing really good football. Great. He's supposed to be. Franchise quarterbacks play good every week. What do you want, a cookie? This is where the bar's changed. It's no longer this. Wow, he really had a good week. Wow, he really had a good week. Stop being surprised. Nobody says this about Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. Oh, no, they do say this. Man, you see Josh Allen against the Jets? Not a very good game. They don't say this. Allen was spectacular in that game. Okay? Because it's become habit to see him doing that. When Mahomes gets and plays a football game like he did last week and wins a ball game or comes from behind, nobody's shocked because franchise quarterbacks win games like that. I mean, right? Hurts hasn't really answered it yet. What he's not playing for stats. That's what you guys say, and I agree. He's playing for wins. Well, so is every guy. He's playing for money. Well, money comes with the franchise and being the face of the franchise. I'm just going to be curious to see how this whole thing unravels here. Jalen really is the one outlier here. Lamar's playing for respect, money. Okay. He turned down $250 million. And this guy's resume is superior to Jalen Hurts's. Jalen's not even Jalen's a JV player in resumes to Jackson. Tua is trying to prove he's durable. So far, it hasn't happened. Jalen is playing for what? To get better every day? That sounds nice on a chalkboard. I don't think he's playing to go undefeated. I think he's playing to be the franchise. Okay? And we haven't really determined that yet. He looks at 8 games. And since the second part of the season last year, really nobody in that schedule either. You haven't really won and when you played against significant quarterbacks, you got blasted. Especially last year when you didn't have AJ. Imagine if you lose AJ down the stretch. God, you hope not, because then you'll be the same team as a year ago. His doubters, Matthew, nobody cares about doubters. Okay? When you're trying to earn a job and win a chair in the room and you're trying to be the face of a franchise, that's bigger issues to follow and try to go after. Jesse, Jalen's trying to build a dynasty. 14 free agents at the end of the year. You got a dynasty? We'll see. Geno Smith. Watch this. Geno's got something to play for. You know what that is? Respect. And to stay in the league. Geno Smith might win himself a job in Seattle. You think Pete Carroll wants to draft a rookie quarterback to have to go through the bumps and bruises again at 71 years old? I believe Pete Carroll thinks he can win with that kid Walker III and Geno. Improve his defense, improve the O-line. You got DK Metcalf up there. Get another wideout on the other side. I believe Pete Carroll thinks he can win with Geno Smith. Geno is convincing Seattle to give him $30 million when a guy was buried, thought of as not a good leader. He's playing to take all that away. That's a lot, man. And by the way, it's only 8 games too. How about Daniel Jones? How about Daniel Jones? What's Daniel Jones playing for? Well, it's 6-2 right now. The Giants are winning some games. Brian Daboll is not sold on him yet. I don't think Giants are sold on him at all. But here he is at 6-2. Hey, and get this. Giants did pick his option up. So at the end of the year, he walks out the building. What if the Giants end up winning? I don't know. Say the Giants have a 14-3 record, or the Giants end up with like a 12-win season. Are you going to fire him? I think you could bring Jimmy G in there. Drew, wait a minute, Drew. Why doesn't Daniel Jones get the same credit that Daniel Jones also won an NFC Player of the Week award, as did Geno Smith? He's winning ball games too. He's not winning ball games as impressively as Jalen is, but he's winning. On a Giants team, we all said at the beginning of the year, I don't know, what do you want to do? Bears, Giants, right? Bears and Giants in Seattle as the worst teams in the league. Jeffy goes, I hate average quarterbacks. League's filled with them. There's like 5 elite guys. And by the way, Jeffy, average quarterbacks have won Super Bowls. Great teams win them. William says, Daniel Jones, like quite a bit of these running quarterbacks, it's too much like college football to me. Well, that's what it's starting to evolve into, because that's why you're seeing a little bit less failure marks when it comes to some of these quarterbacks. Saquon and that defense is winning them games. Quarterback gets all the credit. You know that. So they move off him, right? So you're saying the New York Giants move off of a guy who's won an NFC Player of the Week award. His team is 6-2. What if he beats Jalen again? He's already beat Hurts. What if he beats him again? Their defense is pretty good. Their defense, I'll tell you what, here's the two things the Giants can do to the Eagles. What's that? They got a good secondary. They rushed the passer with Kayvon Thibodeau, and Barkley is the best back in the NFC. What's the one thing the Eagles are not doing very well this year? Run defense. Keep Jalen and that offense on the bench. I'm not saying the Giants are going to beat them. I'm saying the Giants have the formula to beat them. Now, you know, like sports always does, he's a big crystal ball guy. Not this time. Well, the one time that mattered is already in the books. We'll see. Again, I'm not a fortune teller. I got to see it to believe it. Me too. Hey, that's what I've been telling you this whole time with Hurts. I'm going to be right in the end here, because the schedule gets tougher next year too. Then you're stuck with $45 million and a team that's been ripped apart because you're going to pay your quarterback because people are going to scream for it. Pay him, pay him. Okay. Then you start losing players on your team like every other team. There'll be tough decisions. That's John McClain too, the guy from, or Jeff McClain from the Inquirer. Says the same thing I'm saying. When you start paying your quarterback, here, again, let me close this up here. Who has the most to play for? That's a tough question. Tua, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, Daniel Jones. I think I agree with most of you. I think Daniel Jones, I think it's a foregone conclusion that they're moving off of him at the end of the year. Geno Smith, I still think it's up in the air if he's back in 2023. I think Pete doesn't want to go, and I don't believe that he wants to go and work in a new rookie quarterback at 71. So I think that's more leaning towards him coming back. Jalen Hurts, a lot of admiration. 8-0, no doubt. Still asking the question. People in Philly, especially in the media, very few people have even said, hey, has anyone gone on the record and said that Jalen Hurts is the franchise of the next 5 to 10 years? Has anyone in Philly gone on the record saying that the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl? Rich Eisen. Lamar Jackson. If I had to pick a guy here, I'm picking Lamar because he's put the most up. He's put a fabulous resume on the line, and he turned down $250 million. Every single time that guy steps on the field, in my opinion, he endangers everything that he's worked for. Everything. Lamar could go anywhere and start. And most franchises would want to have him. Of all these guys, Lamar Jackson has put the most on the line. Hit the like button. Hour 3. We'll reset. Keep it here on the National Football Show.